And what we got here is a microwave with a top removed, because what happened is that the bulb has gone. So as you see here, what I've done first, I completely disconnected the main supply for safety reasons, but I still got to be very careful, because here is the main capacitor there, and there might be 2000 volts present there, so I'm being very careful not to touch any of these terminals there, so keeping well away from them. So concentrating on this bit here. See, that's the bulb holder there, and so what happened is the bulb went. So previously I wanted to remove the bulb, but unfortunately it's a unitized piece, so a bulb and the holder is complete. So I thought is a standard E14 holder which takes these bulbs. This bulb I bought from eBay for about $4.99 a pair, because what happened is the bulb in this fridge has gone, so I installed that with no problem. So just took the panel off and put the bulb in. So what I had to do is take this whole unit out. Shit, the screw's gone. I'll take that later. So that is the unit where the bulb is holding. Now we're in the shed. Now what you see here is I had to drill 2 holes here to accommodate this bulb. So I had to cut a piece of wood that goes on there, so that's going to be stuck on, and that bulb is going to be hardwired through these holes, so it kept steady. So as you see, this is the live terminal going there, and this is neutral. So I got to work out somehow how to fix that, because you cannot get the bulb holder in or something else like that from an ordinary lamp, because there's not enough space. So I got to make sure that this is not too close to the metal, because that will be live, and touching that, so that will blow the fuse. So I got to put a spacer there, so I'll go to do that in a minute. So what I'm going to do now is stick that onto this, so the bulb is steady and straight. So I'm going to let that dry a bit. So then I'm going to cut the piece to support the bulb, so the bulb does not touch that, and exposing the metal parts of the bulb onto this metal chassis. So that's now in place. So I'm going to cut a piece of wire, or break it off, because that's a very thin wire. That has to go through here. Let's take the bulb out. So that should hold the bulb in place. And then on the other side, just simply twist the 2 wires. So I've got myself a pair of pliers. So twist that. Not too tight, because I'm not sure if it's plastic or glass, because that's an LED bulb. So it might be, looks like this is glass, so I've got to be careful. So push the bulb down level, so the bulb is ready to fit. Just because there is no bulb holder, so I just got to solder the 2 wires and use a cable connector and modify the 2 wires that are in the microwave. So now this is ready to fit. So I put this cable connector here. So what I'm going to do is modify these 2 wires here. Those will be cut off and then joined into here. So anyway, so what I've done is I put another holder in there, because it didn't seem to be quite safe, because that wasn't tight enough. So for extra safety I put 2 holders there. As now you see, those 2 wires are prepared to go into here. So to determine which is live and which is neutral, So what it is, so the power has to come on, but the microwave itself is off. You see, I leave the door open, so when the power comes on, that bleep is the clock needs setting. So it's set to AC. So with respect to the earth, your black lead goes to earth there. See, there is no reading. You see, it's 242 volts. That's the live. So the brown is the live. So now it's clear. So the power is coming off, and now the fitting will take place. Now for a quick test, turn the power on. The bulb is working. See, close the door. It should go out. Yeah. So what I have to stress about this job, this is a good way of doing yourself a microwave bulb installation repair, but bear in mind this is a very dangerous job, because when you're testing the bulb, you've got extremely high voltages around the capacitor and the input into the magnetron tube. And when assembling the oven, you got to make sure that all the screws go exactly where they came from, and make sure the seal around the seams is sound. So now the microwave is now fully assembled, so let's get ready and test it out. Glass of water, close the door, power on, but the clock needs to be set. The clock's ready, so we're gonna start the microwave. The light's working fine. Yeah, everything's working fine, great.